Hello everybody and welcome to a December special video update. What is so special about this video update? Absolutely nothing. Well, I joke a little bit because what's special about the December video update? It's December. What more special do you need? I'm a big Christmas person. I love Christmas and it's beginning to get more Christmassy now. Christmas songs are on the radio. They've been on since November. I don't agree with that. December, fine. November, not so fine. Anyway, so it's less than 3 weeks away. The Christmas songs, the lights, it's all beginning to build up now. So that's special for me. Really do love Christmas. And it's the end of a year. Another year has somehow evaporated into the ether. It's true when they say that the older you get, the faster time goes. They're not lying, because this year has gone like that. And of course, soon to be the start of a new year. New plans. So reflecting on the year gone by, new plans going forward and all that kind of good stuff. Any more need than that to be special? Who knows? Right. Shall we get to the meat and bones of the update? This, as you can imagine, is probably going to be a longish one. I'm going to try and bring it in under 20 minutes if I can. That's kind of the goal, which means it'll be 25. So grab a drink, grab some cookies, some crisps, some pizza, Alex, or whatever it is you want to snack on while sitting back and listening. And we shall proceed with story time. Right, okay, so I'm assuming you've paused and you've grabbed your stuff now. Christmas. What does Christmas mean for the channel here? Well, Christmas means, it has done every year without fail, Christmas comedy clips. Every year, Christmas comedy clips until now. So I'll just let you shout and scream and carry on and sigh and spit your coffee over the screen in horror. Whatever you're doing right now, just get it out there. Give it to me. Come on. That's enough. There's a good reason why I'm not doing Christmas comedy clips this year. At least I think it's a good reason. You may disagree, but I hope you won't. You see, I'm 34. I'm not getting any younger. I've even found some grey hairs slightly in the side of my head a few weeks ago. So I'm, from this day forward, keeping my head permanently short to get rid of those. So yes, but every year, without fail, I have had Christmas Day here, in my home. We've never gone anywhere for Christmas. The family have always come over. Friends have always come over. Boxing Day, we always have a Boxing Day party here. It's always been here for the past many years as I can remember, and it's just been the way it is. It's the tradition. Everybody comes to us for Christmas and for Boxing Day. And I won't have it any other way. I won't go to a pub somewhere to eat and risk having a Christmas dinner that doesn't live up to the standards of your mum's home cooking. No chance. I'm a big food person. And if I was to have a Christmas dinner that I did not enjoy, it would ruin my day. Completely ruin my day. So I've never wished to go anywhere at Christmas time. Apart from I've had one kind of ambition, if you want to call it that. As of 2007, two things happened. First of all, I joined the police, a frontline emergency service, and therefore you could never get an extended period of time off over Christmas. Everybody wanted it off. You're a frontline emergency service, and therefore only a handful of people could have it off at any one time. So you could have the odd day or two, but you could never get an extended period of time off over Christmas. Not a problem, to a certain degree. And in 2007, I started cruising on ships, big ships going around the world, that kind of cruising, and really enjoyed it. Got hooked straight away. Never intended it to become a regular thing, but got hooked straight away, and I've been cruising since 2007. I've done 12 cruises since then, and going to continue to cruise at least one a year going forward. But since I started cruising, I've always wanted to go on a cruise over Christmas. I don't know what it is. I just thought, I might fancy just doing a cruise over Christmas. Going somewhere warm for a change. And on a cruise that you're going to get good food. So there's no risk of Christmas dinner being ruined because I've yet to go on a cruise where I've not enjoyed the food. So I know I'm going to get good food. I know I'm going to get good service. I know I'm going to get lots of drinks. I know I'm going to meet lots of friendly people. What is there not to really enjoy about looking forward to a cruise over Christmas? Could never have a cruise over Christmas whilst working in the police. Anyway, fast forward to 2016, sorry. I start a new job. I left the police, start a new job, not a frontline emergency service, and therefore getting an extended period of time off over Christmas, not a problem. Christmas is a quiet time where I work now, and therefore have it off. They only need one staff on over the whole Christmas period, so have it off. So this year, my mother 71, bless her, I said, shall we go on a cruise over Christmas this year? Bloody hell, yes, she says. So we booked a cruise over Christmas, and that's where we're going. So 4 days before Christmas this year, we're off down to Southampton. We're getting on a ship. We're taking our own alcohol, because you're allowed to on the ship I'm going on. I'm going with P&O. It's a British company. I wanted to experience a British Christmas. I usually go on the American ships, but for this one cruise, I want British, because I just don't want a chance not having the British traditional Christmas, if that makes sense, and the traditional British food. So, but this cruise company, P&O, they allow you to take your own alcohol. So I'm going to be loading my case with wine, loading my case with Baileys, loading my case with Bucks Fizz for Christmas morning, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm taking my Christmas jumpers, and I'm just going to have a great old time. And my mother as well, to say that she spent Christmas here in the house every year. She has effectively stuck two fingers up to the rest of the family and friends. They're all like up in arms. What are we going to do for Christmas? We always come to you. What are we going to do for Christmas dinner? What are we going to do for Boxing Day? We're both like, not our problem. We're going away to the Canary Islands. We're off to the Canary Islands. You're going to have to sort your own Christmases out for a change. A little bit selfish, but you know what? Bugger them. Bugger it. So we're going to the Canary Islands. We're going for 2 weeks. So we're going to have Christmas Day on the ship, and we're going to have New Year's Eve in Madeira for the New Year's Eve celebrations. We're docking and spending the night there, overnight stay. So I'm really looking forward to that. So that is why, in 7 minutes, I'm not doing Christmas comedy clips. Because I'm not here on Christmas Day, for a start. And I could have scheduled it, but it's not the same. And December has just crept around so damn fast that it's like now the 7th. There's less than 3 weeks to Christmas, 2 weeks till I go away on holiday, 2 weeks today. Not that I'm counting it down. So I've got no time to even get the videos compiled, because I've got Christmas dues coming up. I've got to get presents for friends earlier. I've got holiday stuff to buy and all that to do in a slightly shorter period of time, because we're not going to be here to give presents to friends and buy presents to friends. Usually I buy my presents last minute, so I'm having to be a bit more organised this year. So that's why there's no Christmas comedy clips. I plan to do something similar for my anniversary in April. It'll be 8 years LPing in it. Can you imagine 8 years LPing on YouTube? It's ridiculous, really, the length of time that has just passed me by. But yeah, 8 years of doing this in April, and therefore I'm going to do a comedy clips on that occasion instead. It won't be called Christmas comedy clips. It'll have to have some other form of alliterative name, so please give me some suggestions. We can't call it anniversary comedy clips. It needs to have that kind of, CCC ring to it. So let me know a name if you can think of one. But that's when it'll come. So I hope you won't miss it too much. But I kind of gonna miss it myself, because I really enjoy putting the clips together. Looking at what you've suggested as funny moments, because you always suggest things that I'd completely forgotten about, things that I never intended to be funny, but just because of my just blundering nature sometimes, it turns out to be a funny moment. So I am gonna miss that, but we'll get it in April instead. I hope you can wait a few extra months. So anyway, that's the top and bottom of my holiday. My Christmas, that's pretty much my Christmas plans. So because I'm not going to be here Christmas Day, I'm going to say it now. It's a little bit early, but have a great Christmas. Enjoy with your friends and your family. Have a great time. Hope you enjoy the food, the drink, the festivities. If you celebrate Christmas, of course. I just hope you have a really, really good day. And have a prosperous new year. you know, all that kind of stuff. So you can watch this video on Christmas Day and play this message back. I should have put a hat on, shouldn't I, or something? Christmas jumper? No. Okay, so halfway there, 10 minutes. 10 minutes to go. So let's get to the nitty-gritty then. The actual channel, and as I said, 2017 is coming to an end. 2018 is starting, kind of reflect on things. What should we do different? What's the situation at the moment? I'll tell you how I'm thinking at the moment. I'll tell you what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking that I'm doing too many LPs at once. I still am in that kind of mindset where when I was working shifts, I've explained this before, so I won't go into the details again, but when I was working shifts, I had more time to LP. The way the shifts fell, the way my day offs fell, allowed me to LP much more often than I do now, working a regular Monday to Friday affair. It's much more difficult to LP on an evening because I usually play football and exercising. On a weekend, I can't LP as much as I would like because I do other things as well. So it's difficult to find the time to actually sit down and really start pumping out some videos like I used to do. I look back and I used to LP 5 games at a time when I was working shifts. That's as much time as I could give to LP. It was crazy. And I'm struggling to LP 3 games now. And I think I'm going to have to sort of take a step. I am taking now a step back and thinking, how am I going to approach things going forward? Maybe think of changing things. Maybe work a little bit smarter. It's like real life, you know, cost cutting. Businesses have got to work smarter now because there's not as much cash flow, you know, whatever it might be. Got to work smarter. So at the moment I've got 3 on the go. 3 LPs on the go, and that will whittle down to 1. So going forward in 2018, once I finish the LPs that I am finishing, I plan to do 1 LP at a time. 1 main LP. You know, the usual affair, the 40-hour game, the 60-hour game, the 80-hour game, the RPGs, the strategies, whatever it might be, whatever takes my fancy. And that's another thing. Whereas before I used to like the look of a game, I'll LP it. Not so sure, I'll LP it. Now I have to be much more choosy about the kind of game that I want to LP. You know, am I going to enjoy it? Is it something that you're going to enjoy? If the answer to both of those is yes, then it makes it a candidate. And rather than LPing games just to perhaps please certain people, or, you know, I have to make sure that I'm going to really, really enjoy it, because I'm only LPing 1 main game at a time. You know, it has to be something that's going to be, you know, good for you and good for me as well. So by only doing 1 at a time, and this is sort of born out of this week-long affair that I'm doing, has made me realise that starting to record sessions in blocks, I still don't stockpile, but because I get into a swing, and because I'm playing a game over the course of a week, and that's the only thing I'm focusing on, I kind of get into the groove of it, and I look forward to the next session, and I look forward to the next session, because things are fresh in my mind, I know what's happening, I don't have to refresh my memories what happened last time, it's all there, it just helps with the flow. So that naturally leads to me uploading more regularly, because on days when I come home from work and I'm tired, rather than putting it off, thinking, oh God, I can't be asked to sit down and start a session of whatever it is, I have to refresh my memory what happened, and I really can't be bothered to do that. I know what happened last time, and I think, you know what, I'm tired, but I'll get cracked on with it. So it allows me to record more regularly, gets me into the spirit of the game much more, and you know, that will increase the pacing. So when I'm doing only 1 at a time, if I can keep that pacing like that, we should be able to finish most games that aren't 150-hour-long affairs within sort of 3 to 6 months, which I think is much more reasonable than stretching an LP out over 2 years. Skyrim lasted how long? Was it 4 years? I dread to think. But yeah, get the more LPs done and dusted within 3 to 6 months, and then we can move on to the next one. But I think keeping the pacing up is more important than trying to do too many at the same time. You know, people lose interest. I watch LPs much more than I used to do now, and I know what it's like when you're watching an LP of something and then you get nothing for a few days, and then you get something and you get nothing for a few. You want more. You're chomping at the bit. If you're enjoying it, you want to see more of it, and therefore, I think I need to get that regularity up. And the one way for me to do that is to record things for a longer period of time. So it will be one main LP with a side LP as well. One that's not quite so regularly uploaded as a main one where there's no pressure to upload it, probably a game that's much shorter, of course, and one that's maybe slightly different. So, you know, like I did a Football Manager or something. I'm not saying that would be something that I would do, but something like that that's much more different to what I usually do, something that I can dip in and dip out of, something where you might be able to edit it and shorten the videos and make it a bit more punchy or whatever it might be, something on the side to keep things a little bit fresher. An Undertale, you know, the types of games that last 8 to 10 hours, 15 hours, 20 hours tops, would be something that would be on the side. But the main show would be this one main LP that I'm doing, if that makes any sense at all. So that's the plan going forward, but of course I have to finish what I'm doing now. Now I think it's working relatively well, the week-long blocks. The only issue I've got with the week-long blocks is, as I said before, it's the whole issue of when a week ends and then I start another week of a different game. There's usually a 3 or 4 day gap, if you notice, and that is because I'm trying to get myself into the zone and into the mood to refresh myself as to what happened in the last week session of that game. So for instance, I got right into the swing of Pillars of Eternity. I could have recorded Pillars of Eternity for another week. I was right into the swing of it. Had a stream last week of it, really enjoyed it, and then I stopped because it's Stainless Steel week. And there's been a 3 or 4 day gap, and it's because I've been a little bit busy with other things. But there's that kind of, I come home from work and I have to sit down and now refresh myself as to what happened in Stainless Steel last time, and I just haven't got around to doing that. So that's the main issue with the week-long affair. And is 2 to 3 weeks between week-long sessions too long a gap? I don't know. Let me know your feedback. But it is going to change going forward anyway, because I'm going to cut down on the amount of videos I'm doing. But I'm trying to find a way to finish these LPs that I'm doing now with a bit more regularity. So 2018 then, going forward. We're going down to one main LP and a side LP, and any other stream series that might take my fancy. A Telltale, a shorter game, something may crop up that I think, that's something that I could stream. I really enjoy that. And that's where the next part of my master plan to be able to LP and play games and get them finished in a reasonable amount of time with a reasonable amount of consistency. You see, I've had my LPs all boxed away nice and neatly as one particular entity, and I've had streams all boxed and nicely packaged as a separate entity. And it started way back when I did it with The Witcher 3. There was a period towards the back end of the Blood and Wine DLC where I was having a bit of a stall with The Witcher because I didn't have much time to upload the sessions as it was. And I decided to stream a couple of Witcher sessions to fill the gap, to make up for the time that I didn't upload the videos. And I quite enjoyed that, and I think it worked not too bad. Fast forward to about a couple of months ago, and we got to a particular point in Stainless Steel, and I thought, this would be a nice little point where we could actually stream this, because I actually wouldn't mind listening to some people's advice, some tips, get them involved in the decision making, almost like having a war council live on air. And I did a stream of Stainless Steel, and that was probably the most enjoyable Stainless Steel session that I've had of this current series. It helped with, of course, the fact that we were having some great things happen. The Crusade, we got the Crusade in our favour, and we took the Moors and drove them out of modern day Spain. It was a great session. But some of the ideas that you guys threw at me really prompted that, and it was really, really enjoyable. Fast forward even further to last week, and I streamed Pillars of Eternity. It was an ad hoc decision made about a day before. I thought, I'm going to stream Pillars of Eternity tomorrow. Feel like it. So I did it. And I really enjoyed it. I had some ginger mulled wine, getting into the Christmas spirit. Had that, drunk the whole bottle, was a little bit tipsy, and, had a great 3-hour-long Pillars of Eternity session. I don't even know where the time went. And that got me to thinking, should my streams be complete separate entities? Rather than having this whole LP mentality and stream mentality, Why not just have a series mentality? So this is going to be coming in as of pretty much now, and let me know your thoughts, because I know some people might prefer LPs, some people might prefer streams, don't want to see the two mixed, but I think it works quite well for me and my circumstances. As I said, it's about working a bit smarter, working in a slightly different way to keep the pacing up and to make it fit for me personally, given my current time commitment issues. So my proposal is just to have a game series. So for instance, let's say I finish all the current games that I've got going on now and I decide that I'm going to LP Pillars of Eternity 2. I'm not saying that I will, I probably won't, because it's going to be longer than this one, which may be a bit too long, I think. But say I did, then my proposal would be that would be the series that I'm currently playing. I wouldn't maybe couch it as an LP, but I would just couch it as a gameplay series. And what I'd do is I'd have maybe 2-3 weeks of normal LP videos, and then I'll throw in a stream. By streaming, I sit down for 3 hours with my wine, usually, and play for 3 hours. YouTube does all the hard work, puts it on there after the stream is finished as a recorded session that people can watch if they've missed the stream. I've got no editing to do, I've got no rendering to do, no messing around. I sit for 3 hours, play for 3 hours, job done. And I get about a week and a half's worth of LP time up in 3 hours. That for me is much more convenient. I really enjoy the streams as well, getting involved with the chat and things. It really ramps up the enjoyment factor for me personally. And at the end of the day, I do this as a hobby. I do this for enjoyment. And if I'm enjoying that kind of thing, then I want to do it. So I think going forward, we still will have distinct streamed series, I imagine. But in terms of the main games that I'm playing, the big RPGs, the strategies, the main game that I'm going to play on the channel as this one entity that I'm playing, I think I'm going to actually mix the streams in to the actual series itself. A, to ramp up the enjoyment factor a little bit occasionally, and B, to ramp up the pacing. If I feel that we're stagnating a little bit, a couple of streams, 4 to 6 hours worth of footage in a couple of sessions, that helps keep the pacing up and cuts down the length of time that the LP is going to drag on for, if you will. So I think that will work pretty well. So I'm going to start that as of now. It's already kind of happened really with Stainless Steel and with the Pillars of Eternity. Now what I don't intend to do is kind of let the stream sort of take over things. As I said, once every couple of weeks, once every 3 weeks, maybe just if we get a particular part in the game that I think would be benefit from your interaction, that kind of thing. Don't want to do it too much, but I think just dotting them in there as something different for that particular series, I think will be quite good. So that's what I'm going to do going forward. So yeah, hope you don't mind. Give me your thoughts on that as well, I suppose. I welcome all your thoughts. Take them into consideration. So yes, so that's that. So final thing, it didn't last 20 minutes, did it? I thought it was going to be about 25. Last thing, Stainless Steel. Should have said this at the start, because half of the people have probably switched off by now. But anyway, if you're still here, let me give me a thumbs up. And Stainless Steel, yes, it was supposed to be Stainless Steel Week this week. As I said, procrastination, the fact that I actually spent 6.5 hours in one sitting, which has not happened for a long time, playing Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. Because I finished it on Tuesday, sorry. Played it Monday for 6.5 hours. Played another couple hours on Tuesday. Finished it after 122 hours in a month, which is really serious game time for me to find 122 hours in a month on top of LPing and other stuff that I do. Really love the game. Anyway, so yeah, so that's been a little bit, that's also distracted me as well. But yeah, haven't had opportunity to record a Stainless Steel session this week. Won't do now for the rest of the week. Going out to a football tournament tonight, Christmas party tomorrow. And then next week, I've got a Christmas party. I've got to visit somebody. I've got, again, more football and stuff. So I'm going to struggle next week, a bit of shopping to do. So I'm going to struggle next week to get any sort of significant amount of videos up for Stainless Steel. So I've decided to stream again. So it's kicking in now already. So there will be a stream of Stainless Steel. to kick off Stainless Steel Week. And that will be on Saturday, this Saturday at 6 PM GMT time. And I thought it was quite a nice juncture in the campaign to actually stream anyway, because we've literally, at the end of the last session, just launched an attack on pretty much, well, not every, but 3 of the 4 Moorish settlements are now under siege by Portuguese troops, and the 4th one is under siege by Aragonese troops. So it's quite a nice point in the campaign to have some live conflab with you guys. You can watch me live blunder the battles. I'm going to go for the low latency, very quick, minimum delay chat option, so you can shout your advice pretty much live time, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I thought it'd be a nice little opportunity to put this streaming malarkey to the test once again. So hope you can join me for that. The stream will be on the channel as of this evening, scheduled in, and we'll see how it goes from there. But as of next week, you may get 1 or 2 videos on top of that, but that will probably be it until the new year. So make the most of it while you do, while you can. So there you go. Oh, it's now 26 minutes. We might get there, might get there before 30. So, Too Long Didn't Read, for those of you that have stayed with me. I might put a little timestamp in the description. Skip to 26 minutes if you want the short version. And the short version is, there's no Christmas comedy clips because I'm going on holiday. We are going to mix in some streams with the traditional LP video, starting from now really, to keep the pacing up, to just give a bit of extra dimension to the game series. And as of 2018, once I've finished the series that I'm doing, I intend to only focus on one series at a time, which I'm going to spend more time thinking about the kind of games that I want to LP, and we'll have one kind of side LP, side series going on at the same time. So that's the plan. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, that'll do for now. So until next time, which will hopefully be Saturday, when I can speak to you live. But if I don't speak to you then, enjoy your Christmas. Have a great New Year, and I will see you soon.